Right, let's have a look at the solutions to this practice test. Let's have a look at the solutions to this practice test. Question 1 in the multiple choice, 462 is rounded off to 500. 38 will be rounded off to 40, so that's 40 times 500 would be 20,000 approximately. Correct order of operations here, question 2 bracket first, so that's going to be minus or subtraction, then division, and then addition will be last. Now you consider this one here to be without a multiplying sign, so it'll be 12 times 10 minus 5. Whichever way you do it, 10 minus 5 is going to be 5. 5 12s are 60. Doesn't want to go on there. Unfortunately, doesn't want to do that. So let's get rid of that. So it's going to be B, 12 times 10 minus 12 times 5, 120 minus 60 will be 60. All right, the value, this is just an equivalent fraction. You multiply this by 5, so you have to multiply the numerator by 5 and you get 25. Lowest common denominator means the LCD means the lowest number that both 9 and 6 go into. You know your tables, you'll know that it's 18. Which of the following is not equivalent? Okay, not equivalent to 2 1/3 divided by 14 over 15. Now that would be 15 over 14. So 2 1/3 is equivalent to that. B is equivalent to that because you've just multiplied that out. C is also equivalent to that. The only one that's not equivalent to that because you've got, this is slightly different here. Different here. So there you go, that one there is not equivalent. The decimal equivalent to this, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places after the decimal point, right? So you're going to have 4 zeros here. So you've got 2 tenths, 8 hundredths, then you've got 4 hundredths there. All right, it's a decimal equivalent. It's equivalent to that fraction. How many decimal places are there in the answer to this? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has to be 4 decimal places. Numbers in ascending order, that means going from lowest to largest. This is the only one. It's this one here, B. It's the only one that does it. The others have something there along the way where it's not. This one here, recurring decimal. We've got a single recurring digit here, a decimal there. So this one is the recurring decimal. Let's move on. Short answer questions here. Estimate the result of each by first rounding each number to its leading digit. So 23 is going to be in thousands. 3 is below 5, 4 and below, so that becomes 20,000. And then 8,561. 561 is more than 500, so then it's 29,000. That plus that. If you round off, you're rounding off or estimating 105,000, that rounds off to 100,000. See this approximately equal to, and 49,300, 49,000 to its leading digit. You are going to get 9 is greater than 5, 5 or more, so you're going to get 50,000. Answer will be 50,000. This one here is going to round off to 8,000. This one here is going to round off to 800. So 8 eighths are 64. 6,400,000. 42,600 will become 40,000 because we're rounding off here, looking at the leading digit, which is the 4. 2 is less than 4, equal to or less than 4, so that becomes 40,379. 7 is equal to or more than 5, so it becomes 400. 40,000 divided by 400 equals 100. And notice the approximately equals sign there. You'll also notice the weighting for those, 2 each, so you've got to show one line of working out one answer, one line of working out one answer, one line of working out one answer. For those 2 marks, be aware of the weighting that I've spoken about. Calculate each of these. bid mass or bod mass, whichever one you want. In this instance, it's going to be bid mass. Indices will come first. There's no brackets, so that becomes 66. Right, it's 36, sorry, then 60 minus 40 plus 36 divided by 9. Next one is division. That one, 60 minus 40 plus 4. And you've got, working from the left, 60 left to right, 60 minus 40 is 20 plus 4, and it will be 24. This one here, if we look at bid mass, brackets done first, so 1 plus 2 times 7. Inside the bracket here, 2 times 7, 14 plus 1. So you have that. You've got 15 plus 8 squared. So then you've got 45 because you've got your bid mass here. 45 plus 15 plus 8 squared becomes plus 64 divided by 4. Right, division is done first here. That's 3. 45 divided by 15 and 64 divided by 4. It's become 16. 3 plus 16, answer is 19. Right, these ones, of course, require a bit of working out. 2.5 each one, require a bit of working out. Simplest form, 3 over 10. Whatever you do to the top line, do to the bottom line. So same here. Whatever you do to the top line, do to the bottom line. 9 goes into both 36 and 45. You get 1 mark for that. So that's pretty simple. Here you've got to put it into 15.5 equals 15 over 2 equals 7.5. So 7.5 is going to be greater than, larger than 15 over 2 is larger than 11 over 2. You get 2 marks, show 1 line of working out answer, 1 line of working out here, which one is larger, convert them to a LCD. 7 times 5 is 35, so this multiplied by 5, you got 15 35s and 14 35ths, so 3 over 7 is larger. Come to this one here, you're looking at calculate each of the following, turn it into an improper fraction, then they both, 8 is the lowest number they both go into, then add across the top. 19 over 8 becomes 2 and 3/8 as a mixed number. Then here, 16 over 7 minus 8 over 5. 35 is the lowest number that the denominator goes into. Then it becomes 24 over 35. That's in its simplest form. Calculate each of the following. Where appropriate, express it in its simplest form. You just convert them into an improper fraction. Multiply 8 times 3 plus 1, 5 times 6 plus 2, and then you just multiply them. You can cancel down first. This goes into itself once, and this goes into that 5 times, and then this goes into itself once, and this goes into itself 4 times, so that becomes 5 times 4. Answer equals 20. Now we invert and multiply the second fraction. So 35 divided by 15 over 22 becomes 22 over 15. And again, you can multiply, you can cancel this down. This goes into itself once. Right, this goes, 5 goes into that 3 times, I should say. Okay, 5 goes into 3 times, goes into that 7 times. So that becomes 3, that becomes 7. Now, and over here, 11 goes into this twice. And then 11 goes into this 5 times. So we've got 7 times 5 times 2 over 3. It's 14 over 15. Just multiply across the top and across the bottom. Right, round each of the following to the number of decimal places, 3 decimal places, 0, 2, 3. So that just becomes 51.023. 1 decimal place, 8 is greater than 5, so that becomes 23.7. And 4 decimal places, so we look at the fifth one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 is greater than 5, so then this becomes 0, and that becomes 5. 59.8950. Okay, write each of these following in the appropriate form. 0.8 should have a dot above it, and then 32.562 with the bar above it, and only the 3 that is recurring there, so there's a dot above the 3 there. Consider the fruit and vegetable purchases, right? You've got this one, this one, this one, this one. Work out the cost of purchasing each of the individual items above, round each cost to the nearest cent. So potatoes at $4.99 a kilo, so that's 2.4 times 4.99. Money, of course, is a decimal, and that's got $11.98. Strawberries, when you multiply them out, $4.14. Pumpkins, 1.6 by 2.5, 3.920, and you've rounded them off to the nearest cent. Apricots, 0.84 times 8.55, and there it is there. So you add them all up, and it comes to this. Now you're asked to, when we make purchases, they're rounded to the nearest 5 cents, right? Nearest 5 cents to the end of each transaction. How much would a customer pay for each fruit and vegetable items at a store? So round it off to the nearest 5, 2's lower, so $27.20. Total cost is in fact $27.22. Round it off, it's $27.20. Now consider a new method of rounding in which the cost of each item is rounded to the nearest 5 cents before the total is done. So before you do this total, so $11.98 becomes $12. $4.14 becomes $4.15, $3.92 becomes $3.90, $7.18 becomes $7.20. When you do it that way, the total then becomes $27.25. Compare the total cost obtained using each of the two methods of rounding described in Part C and D. Who was better off in each case, the customer or the store? In each case. In the first case, here, customer was better off because he paid 2 cents less. In this one here, right, in the second method, the shop owner is better off because he gets 3 cents more. He or she gets 3 cents more. So first method, customer is better off. Second method, the store owner is better off. So there you go. And good luck with the test. Any queries? Let me know.